3 games decided, 3 more to come this wild card weekend. And off we go on this fine Sunday. And this is not going to wind up anywhere near the landing zone. So they're going to blow it dead, and they'll bring the ball out to start at the 40-yard line. They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Out of the gun, it's Purdy. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. They'll try to get the running game going. His first carry. And he nearly got free. But as it is, gain of 6. And it sets up 3rd down. Shotgun snap to Purdy. And that is incomplete.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
The 49ers out for the punt. And no chance of a run back here. This one's going to sail out of bounds. Here's the Minnesota offense taking the field for the first time. They are led by the man who led Michigan to the national championship in 2023, quarterback J.J. McCarthy.
I remember talking to him earlier this season, Mike, and he emphasized the importance of winning their division. That guarantees you host at least one playoff game. Well, that goal, that's been reached. Now, they have their sights set on something even bigger, but to accomplish that, they're going to have to take advantage of this opportunity right here in front of them. That starts by doing whatever it takes over these next couple hours to extend their season by 1 more week.
Ball out to the 35-yard line as they come up for 1st and 10. They'll go play action here with McCarthy. That's caught by Jefferson on the right side. His first catch of the wild card game, and good for a 1st down.
And this is what you can do when you have one of the best receivers in the game. You understand that even if the coverage is not perfect for the play call, sometimes it's just as simple as, my guy is better than your guy, and we're going to just keep giving him a chance.
Lone back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. He'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Back to the ground. He'll get it again. And that will get him back on schedule. Good pickup of 7. Sets up 3rd and 3. In motion, it's Jefferson. They'll try and throw it with McCarthy. And that is incomplete.
They told us this week they were going to try to come out fast, and tell you what, that's exactly what they did. Put immediate pressure on this secondary and let them know, hey, all game long today, you better defend every blade of grass because we're coming out firing. And even though that ball falls incomplete, it goes a long way in setting up the rest of this game plan as the game unfolds.
The Niners offense ready to take over as we check out the playoff race in the NFC. The drive will start on the ground, and not much to speak of there. He'll get this one only to about the 3. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. So Kittle comes in motion. They'll stick with him again. Oh, boy, they got to be careful there. That was dangerously close to a safety and 2 points for the defense. They do get it at the 1. It'll grind out a couple of yards. Gives them a little bit of space out to the 3. The 49ers out to punt this one, as he'll be standing just inside the back line of the end zone. And that's a nice job of getting to him, making sure that return was not going anywhere. The Vikings offense ready to take over for their second possession. They'll start with great field position right at midfield with a first down. From the gun, here's McCarthy. He's got his man, Jefferson. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
Anytime you're facing a zone defense, you're working from your first progression all the way through. But when guys are open in this level, Mike, they don't stay open very long. So what they taught us as receivers, if you're open, stay open. And if you're not open, you better get open quick as that ball is coming down.
Can't beat those legs. 13-yard pickup. A scramble leads to a first down.
First and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Up the middle they go. And the Vikings are going to have a first and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And a nice pickup there by the back with an explosive run play. And it's important to point out, Mike, this offensive play caller, he's still working off that opening script. It doesn't necessarily have to just be the first possession. Using formations, using run game and pass. Unmask the defense and understand where to take the play calling as the game unfolds.
Throwing on second down is McCarthy. They're called in at the 2. Hard running close to the goal line, but they're going to mark him just short. Looking for that final yard. It's 3rd and goal. On 3rd and a yard, it's McCarthy. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
They went for it all on that one and just a little bit off. Ball winds up hitting the ground. They've got to move forward. The opportunities are out there. Better execution, better location, and they got some big plays in their future. You know, I think it's safe to say here, Mike, as this offense leaves the field, they wanted to stay out there and go for it. But I think in this case, the coach is playing the long game. He understands that these 3 points now can end up being very valuable as this game moves along.
And this is going to end up way short of the landing zone, so that's going to move the ball up to the 40-yard line. So they come to the line for first down and 10. They'll begin here on the ground. And they'll have it across midfield down at the opposing 46-yard line.
The goal of every offense, Mike, is to find a way to establish a balance between the run and the pass. With some success here early on the ground will open up things as the game unfolds for the quarterback in this passing game.
And they'll take this down inside the 35.
This offense has to be thrilled, Mike, with the success they've had here on the ground in this opening quarter. Now as the rest of the game unfolds, everything in the game plan continues to open up.
And he'll bring this inside the 30. A gain of about 5. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Throwing is Purdy. That one caught by Tucker. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line.
It's a gain of 10. And the 49ers first down.
Now some movement up front. Flags down. Mistake-filled first half continues. Here's Purdy. Quick throw, taken in. So after one, here on Super Wildcard Weekend, it's the Vikings with the edge. More from the Twin Cities in a moment. They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Throwing from the gun is Purdy. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing third down. Back to the air again is Purdy. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, but he really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap. And that's really well done here, Mike. I mean, everything's in rhythm. A good snap, a good hold, and a good kick ties this game.
So the field goal draws us even. It is now 3-3 as the kick's away. This taken in at the 8-yard line. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. Out comes the Minnesota offensive unit as they get set to take over. They'll set out in search of a first touchdown in this game. Just a pair of field goals to show. It's 3-3 as they start 1st and 10. Handoff here, up the middle, and he'll manage to get to the 33. From off the edge, Nick Bosa with the stop. Here's a 2nd and 6. Working out of the shotgun, it is McCarthy. Very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete. Here comes 3rd and 6. McCarthy from the gun here on 3rd down. He's got his man. It's Jefferson. He's going to have the 1st down. So they convert on 3rd down with a pickup of 9.
Well, it wasn't the most exciting throw today, but I want you to watch, Mike, is the suddenness of the route runner. Change of speed, change of direction. Those are the qualities of great route runners, and this guy's certainly one of them.
Now a give up the middle. And a nice game there on 1st down. He takes it forward for 8 yards. Here's 2nd and 2. Throwing now, it's McCarthy. To the left side here. Caught by Addison. He'll be out of bounds, but after picking up the 1st down on a gain of 7. From the shotgun, it's a throw for McCarthy. And that ball incomplete over the middle.
Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on 1st down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the 1st down here? Or is the idea to just make 3rd down manageable and take your chances picking up a key 3rd down?
It's a gain there of 26 yards.
We spent so much time talking about arm strength, and while that certainly has a place in the conversation, look at the touch of this ball, Mike. It's a deep corner route. This ball needs to have the right pace, the right trajectory to not only get it over the 2nd-level defenders, but get that ball down into the hands of his target. He makes it look a lot easier than it actually is.
He'll take this forward for about 5.
He was brought up at the 15-yard line. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
McCarthy to the air on 2nd down. And he'll take it on in. Justin Jefferson. Touchdown, Vikings.
And that was just a great drive, really from start to finish, Mike. You could see the play caller just really finding his rhythm, mix in run, mix in pass, results in the touchdown pass. But really everything they did, the entire possession worked to perfection. You can sustain the drives like that and come away with touchdowns. And that goes a long way towards establishing your identity for the rest of this game.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. And this is not going to wind up anywhere near the landing zone. So they're going to blow it dead, and they'll bring the ball out to start at the 40-yard line. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Purdy. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Just a great individual effort, and when you have a guy that can win his one-on-one matchups, now it becomes less about who's blocking him and how do we block him. Expect the offense to make some adjustments because right now, one-on-one, this defender is going to win every time.
He'll get about 6 before he's taken down. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. Medical staff going to take a look, see if he can continue here in this wild card round. On 3rd down, it's Purdy. He's got his tight end, Kittle. And he's going to have the 1st down. So they convert on 3rd down with a pickup of 9.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback. Get into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
He'll work his way ahead for a gain of about 4. Here's 2nd and 6. So Kittle comes in motion. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
This is a great example of why teams want to stay out of what they call passing downs, where a defense doesn't have to honor the run. In this case, they do, and man, the play-action pass just works off of that and can really lead to some chunk plays.
And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. Out of the gun, here's Purdy. A short one there, caught by Kittle. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. We go 3 tight ends here on 1st and 10. They'll turn and hand this one off. And he's brought down after a gain of a couple. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. 2nd down and 8. From the gun, it's Purdy. He's got a man. That's Kittle. Remaining here in this 1st half. Back with more NFC playoff action after this. They'll come up to 3rd and 3. The motion man here is Wilson. 3rd and short. Purdy. And that's going to wind up uncatchable back in the end zone. It's incomplete.
Taking your shot there on 3rd down, pushing the ball downfield, looking for the touchdown. But now as it brings up 4th down, you're already this close. You're in field goal range, but do you keep that offense on the field and try to maintain possession and see if you can come away with 6? And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
This returnable from the 4. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. Justin Jefferson and this Vikings offense heading out for their next possession. The lead sits at 4. So they'll try to add on to that. This drive begins with 1st and 10. Now McCarthy. This one is caught by Addison. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8. At the 28.
On 2nd down, here's McCarthy. He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. And he might be fortunate just to avoid the sack. and it'll set up a third down. Here's McCarthy. Short pass taken in by the tight end. Here's Tommy Townsend now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. And he's going to be hit and dropped right away. That's great coverage there. Winds up with nothing on the return. The Niners offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. They trail by 4. Touchdown gives them the lead. Drive begins with 1st and 10. To the outside, complete. It's Wilson. The Niners will use the first of their timeouts, and they'll get a chance to talk things over after picking up that first down. Shotgun snap to Purdy. This throw left side, caught by Kittle.
Certainly not the biggest play of the day, but a good example of picking up positive yardage, staying ahead of the chains by a well-timed ball and a well-timed route.
Throwing on 2nd down is Purdy. Now he'll run it. And they bring him down, but not until he crosses midfield. Timeout 49ers. That is their second. And they'll stop it just over a minute remaining in this first half. He'll find his tight end, Kittle, on the right side. That long one's going to bring them 1st and goal. He is brought down at the 5-yard line.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone, and this is where you have to finish drives.
Out of the gun, it's Purdy. And this is too far over the end line. It's incomplete. Another one from the 5, 2nd down and goal. To throw, Purdy. That's out to the flat, and it's complete. And he won't quite get in. Down to the 1, setting up 3rd and goal. The Niners will use their 3rd and final timeout. Kyle Shanahan now will turn to his field goal unit. This, about as short as you can get. 3 for 3 in the game, as this one is also good. And the 49ers cut the deficit down to 1.
And that's a really nice boost here before the break. I mean, you work the clock well, you're able to steal some points. The biggest thing is you're able to build a little momentum now going into the locker room at halftime.
1st and 10. To throw, it's McCarthy. He's going to look for the home run ball. That's going to be incomplete. They took a shot on the final play. Prayer not answered. And that is how this first half will come to an end.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. This game 2 of our triple header here on Wildcard Sunday. We'll get back out to you two in just a moment. The Vikings got a good performance in the first half from their quarterback, J.J. McCarthy. He has a touchdown pass, and that amounted to the only touchdown of the game for either team thus far.
Who survives? Whose season continues on to next week? One half to decide it. Time for the 3rd quarter of the NFC Wildcard game. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Vikings offense ready to get going again. They'll have it first in this 3rd quarter. Their lead is just a point as they begin it on this drive with 1st and 10. The 3rd quarter begins with a run. He'll take this ahead. It's a pickup of 3. Malik Mustafa there to bring him down. They face 2nd down and 7. From the gun, here's McCarthy. To the middle of the field. Taken in by Addison. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one. first down. Here's McCarthy. Quick throw here is complete. And he's down on the other side of midfield. Mark him at the 48-yard line.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
In motion, it's Jefferson. It's first down, and they'll run. A gain of 4 as he's taken down.
At the 44-yard line. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
Man in motion, heading left. Off the play fake, it's McCarthy. He's got this on target to Addison. And he'll be taken down at the 25-yard line.
These crossing concepts are frequently used, Mike, throughout the entire game, all across the league. And what it does is it creates a lot of natural rubs. You run out the backside of the defense and rely heavily on the yards after the catch, and it's exactly how they're able to pick up this big game.
And he's very close to a touchdown. They mark him just shy of the goal line.
I love the way the ball's been moving around to different guys this drive, Mike. I mean, it really keeps the defense guessing and off balance. And now, this defense is going to have to figure out how to keep this offense out of the end zone because it's first and goal.
No, he's not going to get in. In fact, they've shoved him backwards.
I'd like to see that running back be a little bit more decisive with his cut, Mike. You can see he was a little hesitant. And once you're late making that decision, you just kind of get strong laterally. Great job there by the defense, and he has no choice but to take that loss.
He was looking for Jordan Addison that time. And now, 3rd and goal coming up. Working out of the shotgun, it is McCarthy. That is caught by the tight end. Touchdown, Minnesota. Tight spaces down there. Things happen quick. Greg, a quick decision and great execution for the score.
You're exactly right, Mike. Down here this close to the goal line, everybody's clock has to speed up. Not only the quarterback processing to get the ball out of his hand, but you have to win as a receiver quickly and give the quarterback somewhere to go with the ball. It was that quickness at the line of scrimmage that led to that touchdown.
And that's going to be short, not making it to the landing zone. So this means the ball's going to come out to the 40-yard line. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. Throwing from the gun is Purdy. That's complete to Kittle, the tight end.
These hitch routes, they're usually just designed to pick up a few safe yards. Easy completion, get some rhythm for your quarterback. However, this time, he's able to make a little magic happen after the catch and turn it into something much bigger than even they were probably anticipating.
Purdy now on 2nd down. Oh, and this one's going to wind up incomplete. That's one you'd think he'd be able to corral. He can't find the handle, and it's going to lead to a 3rd down. Trying to pick this one up on the ground. And he's going to have a 49ers first down. He has it by plenty as they keep the drive alive here on 3rd and inches.
I think everybody in the stadium saw that run coming, Mike, but good luck stopping it. I mean, all he really had to do was just fall forward, and it would be enough to pick up the first down.
And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
Well, there's not a whole lot of fancy going on here, Mike. This is just kind of old school, line up and run smash mouth football. It's exactly what they did, but it still ends up in a big game, and he picks up the first down.
Off the play fake. Here's Purdy. All alone is the tight end Kittle. And he takes it down to the 15-yard line.
Points have certainly been hard to come by in this one today, Mike, but it seems like this drive has been what they've been searching for. A little bit of rhythm, the ability to sustain. Now they got to finish. Now they got to capitalize on these first downs and go finish with 6.
Line of scrimmage is the 15. It's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Purdy. And he's close to another first down as he's brought down just shy of the marker. Come to the line now on 2nd and 2. From the shotgun, it's Purdy. This one caught at the 4. And this drive's going to continue. They bring him down, but not before he picks up 1st and goal for his team. Here's a run. And that big offensive line, clearing space. He's in. Touchdown, 49ers.
The 49ers will line up for the 2-point conversion.
Throwing is Purdy. And he will not get back to the line of scrimmage. That's going to go down as a sack and a loss of a couple.
So they decide to put the ball in the air, which I don't mind on this 2-point try, but execution was just a little bit off, and it's not going to work out in their favor this time around.
And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Vikings offense and J.J. McCarthy getting set for their next possession. And we run you through the highlights here. It has been a very big performance from the quarterback position. Instrumental in leading. 3 tight ends in the game to start the drive. A handoff as they try to run it here. They'll try to get back to the line, but it's not happening. Going to lose a yard.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on 1st down, but that's exactly the case here.
And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple, and it sets up 3rd down.
A gain of 2 brings up 3rd and 9.
McCarthy from the gun here on 3rd down. And this ball incomplete on 3rd down. It'll be a punt coming up for the Vikings.
The coverage by Nakobe Dean.
Now fair catch called, and he's going to take it out beyond the 25-yard line. The 49ers offense and their running back set to go once more. Set to go now on 1st and 10. And they'll mark him down just shy of the 40. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. So from the 39, they come up on 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Purdy. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
Now he takes off. That one good for 26 yards.
A gain of 26 yards. 1st down, San Francisco.
So 1 quarter remains in this NFC Wildcard matchup. This is the NFL playoffs on EA Sports. From the 35, it's 1st and 10. Here's Purdy. He'll go underneath here, the running back out of the backfield.
They were able to complete this pass, but how often do we see these running backs run these angle routes and they catch it in stride and run a hole through the defense? So I know the defense gave up some yards here, but it could have been a lot worse.
There's that man again, another catch.
This play is actually really well defended here. But I'll tell you, Mike, as you know, my philosophy is the tight end is always open, and this just supports my case.
And he'll get about 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
On second down, Purdy. He'll throw it left and has his running back. And he'll be out of bounds, but he has the first down inside the 10-yard line. It's first and goal. Now give on the ground, and he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. He is shining in this postseason spotlight. That's his second touchdown of the game. The extra point is up and through. And the 49ers will up the lead to 5. So now playing with the lead after that fourth quarter touchdown. Time to kick it back the other way. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The home team's offense ready to go as we give you a look at the current playoff race. Now a run on first down. What more could you ask for on first down? Nice run of 8, setting up second and short. Now, following the run, one of the offensive linemen leading the way is a bit shaken up. McCarthy to the air on second down. Going right sideline and complete. His first catch of the Wildcard game, and good for a first down.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
On second down, here's McCarthy. And a good job rallying to the football, holding just a gain of a yard that sets up third down.
A gain of 1 brings up third down and 9.
McCarthy gonna look to throw again. He's got a receiver. It's Addison. It's a gain of 19 in the air. First down, Minnesota.
Vikings first down. First and 10 at the 24-yard line.
From the gun, here's a handoff. Well, he shows you the elusiveness getting out of one tackle, but not the other. Fortunate, really, to get back to the line of scrimmage on that play.
Second and 10 at the 24-yard line.
They'll put Addison in motion. On play action, here's McCarthy. This pass, right side, going to be caught by Addison.
Ineligible receiver downfield. Offense.
You only get a 1-yard buffer from the line of scrimmage for these old linemen. That time he strayed a little too far, and it draws the flag. Short pass taken in by the tight end. Big play coming up. This is third down.
Brings up third and 8.
To throw, it's McCarthy. He's looking for room on the edge, but could not find any. They track him down behind the line, and it's fourth down.
45-yard attempt.
And this one, right down the middle. It's good. And they inch a bit closer here in this fourth quarter.
So anytime an offense comes off the field after settling for 3, you always have to take the good with the bad. In order to get down there in field goal range, you had to do something positive to move the ball. But at the same time, how are we going to be able to finish these drives and convert for 6 the next time we get down there?
On the ground they go. And he finds a little bit of space. He'll take this forward for a gain of 4.
4 yards on the pickup. Second and 6.
A run now on second down. Good running there. Getting close to midfield. Let's mark him there. And a first down. So, 2 minutes to play here in the second half. Greg and I back on EA Sports after this. They'll stay on the ground. And he surges forward for a gain of about 5. So now a timeout for the Vikings. That is their first. The motion man here is Wilson. Back to the ground. He'll get it again. And he's going to bring this one close to a first down. Looks like they'll mark him just a yard short. They'll drop to throw. That's into the hands of Tucker. He's got it. And it looks like he's going to have a first down. Nothing fancy there. Short completion, but it yields a fresh set of downs. The defense still with all 3 timeouts at their disposal as the quarterback's down 2 and E. Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he'll get this ahead. Gain of about 4. And it leads to 3rd down. Victory formation here as he's down 2 and E.